I've been in the IT security industry, focusing on security in general, from about the last 15 years, but I've been in the security environment for the better part of my career, which is about 40 plus years. Within the ACT government, I'm the Senior Manager Security. I look after the IT security for the whole of the ACT government and the physical and personnel security for within my directorate. Responsibility for over 30-odd thousand individuals. That's a very, very broad question. The internal threats to me is the lack of knowledge of staff or personnel about what can happen to them from emails and other correspondence. The phishing attacks, the spear phishing attacks, because they're launch mechanisms to get inside my network. So I need strength in there. External attacks, well, those that have an axe to grind against the ACT government. Fortunately, we're hopefully stay a very low profile and we don't get many aggressive attacks against us. We have a lot of offences. My worries now, not international ones, but I will look at hacktivists and those with an axe to grind more than the big multinationals. We don't have that body of information and knowledge that they're really after. One of the best ways of managing these threats is one, education of your staff. Keep your staff informed, keep them up to date, and trust your staff to do the right thing. What you then do is look at it from a technology point of view. You look at your defence signals directors top 35. The top 4, we put those in place, they will treat a lot of the risk you're going to have. Alternatively, you can put in place other technology that can filter out some of these attacks, but again, that carries a risk of false positives. By having more people connected, more people connecting in, more people gaining access, we're having to change the way we do security. We used to concentrate on perimeter security, we used to concentrate on putting in a lot of hardened defences to make it very difficult for people to get to our information. What we have to do now is put the security around our information and make it accessible to those that need to have access. We have to learn to embrace technologies like, unfortunately, Facebook, Skype, YouTube, as seen by emergency services, as we're delivering those services in the ACT, they need to be embraced so that we can actually leverage off our citizens for intelligence and knowledge to combat emergencies. From a security perspective, keeping our information secure and available is getting harder and harder. Okay, we're looking at consumerization of the endpoint. In other words, bring your own device. The ACT government's one of the early adopters of bring your own devices. It has added a lot of productivity gains, as we've had hospitals gaining a half an hour in a 3-hour round, so it's well worth the effort. But we've actually limited the amount of exposure. We've gone to only iOS, that's the Apple environment, as they have a fairly good security posture, and hardened all the Apple platforms accordingly. So we put in place mobile device management, we've had good policy and governance in place, and we've trained our personnel on how to use the BYOD environment before letting them in. We're still a little bit nervous in the Android space, but we're working towards it, and we're looking forward to getting the Apple and possibly the BlackBerry new E10 environment up and running as well. These conferences allow us to pick the brains and get the intelligence out of our peers. No one has all the answers. If you come together in a collective body like this and these great conferences, you can actually learn a lot, and you get so much just talking to your neighbour next to you and from the keynote speakers to take back with you. I always advise good education is the only way to go forwards.